That's because of all the trees and branches in front of them.